Oh, we're here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, Tillman. Bulletproof
Just finished
coffee.
just finished blending my bulletproof. You look like you have a halo this morning, Curtis.
Oh, really?
Are you feeling like you've been touched by God?
Maybe it's a reflection of my other light, perhaps. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Emitting
it's good.
glorious
It's fun.
Sunday vibes, I guess.
Or there's something weird going on with your camera. It's like you have your it's like you have a black bar above your head that is
Oh,
showing like an echo or reflection or
oh, it
something.
must be the top of something. That's weird. Hold on, let me do this other thing. Let me try this. Zoom
Is
in.
it like
No, it must be the
ooh,
top of my
ooh.
desk or something. There we go.
All right, boom. All right, there you are.
Better.
Cool. Rock and roll. Rock and
All
roll.
right. Cool.
Welcome everybody. My name's Kelvin Knutson. This is Curtis Leung. We're here with you
Okay.
live for the Get Shit Done Show, episode
Yep.
285. And today is our 12th weekly hypnotherapy session with
Hmm.
Curtis. We're helping him up level his entrepreneurial game and get things going. So, um, very it, we I'm very interested in checking in, seeing what
Yep.
kind of progress you've made here in the last week or so.
Week.
I guess we did
Yep.
the last one last Saturday, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did a different day. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have something pretty cool to share with you that I'm
Oh,
surprised I
perfect.
didn't share much sooner, and
Oh,
should be an interesting piece to the puzzle for you. So,
perfect.
um, yeah, so Curtis, if you could just tell everybody what we've been working on for the last 12 weeks, just quick overview of what
Sure.
who you are, what you're doing, what you're working toward, and then we can dive into what's happened in the last week or so.
Sure. So my name's Curtis, and I am a YouTube person that's trying to build my YouTube channel up to 1,000 subscribers. My goal is 10,000, but if we can shoot for a bigger goal, you can always hit the moon type thing. Um, I try to help parents with time management and how to make a side hustle using the little bit of time pockets they have during each week. So then I try to find different programs for them and help them that way. Um, yeah, that's it.
Cool, cool. And so, tell me about the last week since we spoke last.
Last week was pretty good. I did my podcast. I did my shorts and convert all my long form videos into shorts for the week, and I got two per day. They did pretty decent this week, about 100 plus on most of them, not all of them. I do find the ones that rank higher when I do the shorts, they do better than the lower ones. It just whatever it does, it does it. This week I changed the format to like we have here, the stack on top of each other. So I'll get that out later today for the week because I think you said it was better for social media viewing for some reason. It gets better views. You mentioned that
Oh well,
before.
I know. I mean, what I said was that when doing live streams,
Mm,
it's on YouTube specifically, it
right.
seems that the vertical format gets a lot more
Oh, okay.
views and ultimately commenters and interaction. But like
Right.
basically, what I find is that we. What's up, Eddie? Good to see you. Eddie's a heckler. Maybe Eddie knows this.
It's all
Eddie
good.
says Tellman is Better Call Sal, and Curtis does karate in the living room while his pizza rolls cook.
Yeah,
You know this
that's
guy?
right. No, it's funny though.
Yeah. So not the case in point is YouTube gives more views on the vertical, but it also attracts more hecklers. Thanks, Eddie. At least you're being like
Okay. It's funny.
a reasonably funny, decent heckler. So I appreciate a good comedic heckler first thing in the morning on Sunday.
Hmm.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yep.
Who
It's
doesn't?
good.
No. So yeah. So let's talk more about the last week. So so you
Yep.
adjusted what you're doing with your social, and you're getting more
Yep.
views. That's great.
That's right. I was playing with a couple tools this week. I used was it what's it called? I forgot the name. Submagic. So basically, it does captions and stuff. So it has better caption animations and stuff. So I did that a couple times this week. Some other videos they did okay, and then I used
Cool.
a new tool called BizStack Pro, which has a bunch of stuff in it. It's pretty cool. I started playing with that one. They had an AI short thing like I have the other program I'm using, but they have their own within a subscription. You get this other bonuses. So they have a similar one, but I was actually able to add my own B-roll to it. So I do
Cool.
the video, short video, I upload it, and then I can put B-roll wherever I choose to. Better
Right.
than the other program I've used where it just randomly puts B-roll in, which is
Right.
BigView. They do a
Okay.
pretty good job too. But yeah, so I'm trying this new one out this week and I'll see that works. So I'll take some of my other shorts and upload them a second time up to YouTube because sometimes that changes people's perception of what you got because you do it the day of and it
Right. Right.
changes the viewing,
Cool.
whatever. Also, I asked, I think I got 3 people for next week now to come on
For
my
interviews.
podcast. Yep, interview style
Great.
podcast for the week. Hopefully Monday. I don't know. No, actually no. Monday I can't because we have the Thanksgiving here in Canada. So Monday I took time off to spend time with my family, and then Wednesday I got Liz to come out, and then Friday, what's his name? Forgot his name. Anyway,
Okay.
he's coming out
Cool. Well,
Friday, and then I asked my wife and my sister, and they said they will do it
so
at some
so
point.
are you okay? So why are you having people come in? Why aren't you just jumping on Restream like we're doing right now, or Zoom to do the interviews so you can not have to be limited by physical proximity?
I am doing it on Restream. I didn't say I wasn't doing it. I'm just saying I've asked people to
Oh,
come on to do them with
oh,
me.
you said they were coming out, so I thought you meant they were coming
No, no,
over to your place or something like. Okay, cool. Never,
they're
I
coming
just
out to the
misunderstood.
Restream. Yeah, so my channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's that Canadian. It's that Canadian language.
yeah.
Just don't understand the Canadian language.
Well, I guess with
No,
my
that's
sister and wife, I probably could set up 2 different cameras maybe and try that. That'd be something
and you could
different.
try also. I mean,
Yeah,
try different things if you have options. But dude, so
yeah,
so you reached out to a bunch of people this week, and you
yeah.
got 3 people to say yes and schedule in
Yes,
interviews for next week.
that's right. Yep.
Okay,
And then I followed up with
great.
2 other people, but I haven't got a response yet. So we'll see.
Okay, so you reached out to 5, 3 people responded and said yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. Okay, that is so good. Um, so Eddie is giving you crap about being too quiet, Curtis. He's asking
Oh,
you to be louder. Be louder. See what happens.
okay.
I mean,
Yep.
though Curtis does have people in the house, and maybe he actually is trying to be sensitive and aware of other people. At the moment, I can be as loud as I want, but I tend to be
Yeah.
a little on the
That's six,
loud side
seven,
anyway.
nice.
I just read something about six. What the hell is 6'7"?
It's a viral thing. It just my daughter does it all the time. They watch this video and it's 6, 7, just something kids are saying. So there's a viral video that went out a
Yeah, but
while
what does it
ago.
mean?
Nothing. It's just like, hey, what's up? 6, 7. That's all it is. Doesn't
Weird.
mean anything.
But
Yeah, just
why? I want to know why, Curtis.
well,
Why?
I guess the original video, some kid said it, and it went viral since that point. I don't know. It's a
Interesting.
video on TikTok. Yeah, it's a TikTok
All
video,
right, I'm
and
I'm gonna do, I'm
somehow,
gonna do this thing. I know this is not really popular to do anymore because like everybody did it for a little while, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Good morning, Chat GPT.
Good morning, Tillman. And hey, a little retro greeting never goes out of style. I'm always happy to hear it.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. A little retro greeting. So here's the thing. I want to know the origin and the meaning of this new term that all the kids are saying 6'7". What does that mean?
6'7". So that one's kind of a fun little shorthand that pops up recently. Basically, it's like a casual code for everything's cool or we're all good. The origin's a bit of a blend of internet slang and just a random numeric code that people latched onto, kind of like how 10-4 used to mean message received.
I like
So
saying 10-4.
absolutely. There's something kind of charming about those old school radio style codes, right? It's like a secret handshake. So whether it's 10-4, roger that, or now 6'7", you can just mix and match your lingo, whatever keeps it fun.
Oh, I'm gonna mix and match it. I'm gonna mix and match it. All right, six
there you
seven.
go.
So that's fine. I just read a post this morning about we have a local guy named
Yep.
Simon that has like created a karaoke monopoly in the
Oh,
town,
okay.
and he's like the karaoke guy. Okay, and
Yep.
he's the karaoke host, and apparently, I think it was his post. It was somebody who said 6-7 at the end of like a karaoke thing, and the crowd went wild or something.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, these memes are very funny.
Yep.
I guess we're egging Eddie on. Eddie says Tellman sells Prime America insurance to old ladies at the retirement homes. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I've never sold insurance, Eddie. But I probably could. I have a good friend that sells insurance, and he definitely was going to train me at one point, but I just wasn't that into
Oh,
it.
yeah, the Matrix.
Um, we can get Curtis out of the matrix. Why don't you ask Eddie? You ask, yeah, actually, Eddie. With all this heckling, are you going to come on the Get Shit Done show, or are you just going to like heckle from the sidelines? Because I would
So
totally
funny.
bring you on the Get Shit Done show and see what's going on. Let me know. Um, so okay, let's get back to your
Yep.
week, Curtis.
Yep.
So
Sure.
you played around with some new gadgets. You're
Yep.
getting some shorts going, and you you finally reached out and successfully scheduled in some interviews.
That's right. Yep. It's good.
Killer. How did
Good
that
fun.
feel?
It feels good. It actually feels like you've accomplished something, or something anyway. Like what I mean, I feel good about it, and we'll see how the interview should go good. Have like 10 questions. I'll basically ask them, and we'll go through that way and just talk about their life and some other topics, right? That I've decided to talk about this week.
Have you come up with the questions that you're going to ask them?
I have. It's in Chat GPT. I came up with them last week. So a couple just
Cool.
basic questions or whatever. So
So, do you want feedback or do you just want to go for it?
I'm just gonna go for it, and I'll let you know next week, what
Great,
happens.
great,
Yeah,
great, dude.
I
Here's
don't have it
here's
in
what I
front of me,
want
so
you
I
to do.
can't. Yeah.
Do you have a printer?
Yep.
Great. Take those 10 questions, put them on a Google Doc, enlarge their font, right? Make them really readable so you can
Yep.
print them off on a single 8.5 by 11 sheet and print that out and hang it up right next to your computer when you go and
Hmm.
you do these interviews. So you're not looking at the screen and whatever. The other thing that you can do, dude, is you can take, I know it's super old school, but it works,
Yep.
is
What's that?
get index cards,
Yep.
okay? And write down one question on each index card. And then just set it up in front of you, in front of your monitor, in front of your monitor, your laptop, or
Hmm.
whatever you're using, and just look at the one question. So that way you're only thinking about a one sentence simple question,
Yep.
and you're focused the rest of your attention 100% on the person that you're talking to in the audience. And that
Right.
way you're not like reading your sheet and trying to do things in order and all that bullshit. So you
Right.
can
Right.
just focus on the one thing and then actually be present and be there
Okay.
when they respond, so that
Right.
then as you go to your next question, maybe you tweak it a little bit based on what they just said. And so
Yep.
it makes it much more organic.
Adjust it a
But
little bit. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I would say print them out on a big piece of paper and write them down on index cards if you can and just go through them. But that's cool, man. That's really, really good. Now,
Excellent.
um, now you got to do the interviews,
Yep.
and you had your original goal, I think, was to reach out to like 3 people a week and do one interview a week, or was your goal to do 3 interviews a week?
Well, it depends what I could get. Right. I didn't know what I was able to do, but I'm
Well, no,
willing
no,
to
no, no,
do.
no, no, no. No, it doesn't depend on what you can get. No, what I'm saying is, what's your goal?
Oh,
What
at
are
least
you
two more interviews.
deciding you're going to accomplish?
2 extra interviews a week, other
Okay,
than my Sunday.
two parent
Yeah.
interviews other than your business partner.
Yep.
And remind me of his name.
RJ.
RJ. Yeah. So other than RJ, you're going to interview 2 parents a week for the podcast.
Yep.
Great. So awesome. Good. 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 And yeah, the more you do, the better you'll get. And so in order to continue getting those 2 scheduled in each week,
Yep.
how many do you think you should reach out to? I mean, ultimately, you should keep reaching out until you get them scheduled, right? But how many
Yep.
people are you going to start by reaching out to per week in order to get those um, 2 scheduled per week?
Well, I'm gonna shoot for 10 for now.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not sure
yeah,
the
just do that.
timeline for it, but I'm pretty sure 10 would be a reasonable amount to get 2 people. So that's like 20%, right?
Yeah. And so, do you have your list of the next people that you're going to reach out
Say
to?
again?
Have you made your list of the next people you're going to reach out to?
Yeah, I use the 2 Facebook groups that want guests or be a guest. So I've used that. I'm going to use that again. 'Cause I've done a few posts. I've got people to come back and respond, but no one's actually signed up yet to do an interview.
Okay, okay,
Uh,
dude, I really need you to listen to me hard on this. You are holding yourself back so fucking bad. Okay, I've told like listen, please listen to me.
okay.
The only people you should be reaching out to right now are YouTubers who are focused on parenting, who are growing the fuck out of their channel and are trying to get exposure. Those are the only people you should be focused on. Everything else, icing on the cake. Great. But like you should be just deciding who you're going to reach out to,
Yep.
reaching out to them and asking them to interview them. You're picking them. They're not picking you.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get.
Okay.
You're driving the ship. You're in control. Nobody else is running the show. You're running the show. Decide who you're going to interview. Don't let the world decide for you. You decide.
Okay.
But the reason for this is because it's polarity. Okay.
Yep.
So okay, if you put something. So for example, I'm in a whole bunch of these Facebook groups for podcasters. And there are all these people that say, "Hey guys, who wants to be on my podcast?" And then there's 150 comments.
Yep.
Okay. For all these people who are like, "Okay, I'll do it." Now, out of those 150 people who respond in the comments, how many of them actually ever get on the podcast? One,
Yeah,
two,
maybe. Yeah.
right? So it's like someone's raising their hand kind of in response to someone else. It's just it's not committed. Okay. And
Hmm.
and you aren't committed either because you're not really deciding who you're going to expose your audience to, right?
Okay.
Now, if you decide that you're going to start reaching out to YouTubers because you're trying, and the reason for YouTube is because you decided to focus on growing on YouTube.
Yep.
That's the primary channel you want to grow,
Right.
right? At some point that might change, and that's cool. In which case your strategy will change. But you're going to have so much of an easier time getting YouTubers who are doing parenting shows on YouTube
Yep. To come
say
on.
yes to being interviewed on your parenting show on YouTube than you are going to get some random schmo from Facebook who's never done a podcast episode to turn on their camera, to configure their technology, to get
Right.
everything going, to get over their internal resistance, to get over their self-confidence issues, to overcome their nervousness, to get their lighting right, and to finally actually show up and then say something smart. It's like, good luck, right?
Yep.
Whereas if you're asking people that are already making content on YouTube every day to do a little parenting collaboration, and
Yep.
do you see how much easier the yes is going to be?
Yeah, I see that now. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the
That
same
doesn't
same people,
mean,
same ideas. Yeah.
yeah, it's the same ecosystem, and you're trying
Right.
to get some traction, you're trying to get some movement.
Yep.
And if you guys create a cool interview together that you both can use, you can cross promote each other's YouTube channel. So
Yep.
you're quite literally also being respectful to the audience, because would you want to go would you want to go and get someone, I mean, it's not a your strategy to build your YouTube channel, if you're going to be collaborating with people, is you don't want to go and get someone who writes articles for the newspaper.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying you couldn't do that. I'm not saying said article writer might not be a great writer, and it would be a cool thing occasionally to
Yep.
expose your YouTube channel to a new type of content. But
Yep.
you're not going to grow your channel because of some arbitrary newspaper article writer, right? Whereas if every single week you're collaborating with two YouTubers that are bigger than you in the parenting niche, what do you think's going to happen to your channel?
It's gonna build up because people will be like relatable to the same channels, right?
and
They
they're
like
already
pay.
watching YouTube. They're already
Yep.
using the app. They're, you know what I mean? It's all so. I would really, really okay, Eddie. That was funny at first. Stop being a doofus, or I'll ban you from the show. So it's just it's like it was kind of funny at first, but yeah, it stopped being funny. So now, you seem to have some resistance around making a list of the people that you want to interview.
Yeah, I don't know that
Remember we
many
talked?
people. Yeah, I didn't make a list for it
I
at
mean,
all about that. But I made a list of
yeah,
other people, but not for YouTube. I didn't do that.
right. But so, dude, in the matter of a day, you and I both know that you could get the top 10 or top 25 podcasts about parenting written down, and the names of them, and you could listen to a few episodes. I mean, you couldn't do all of this in a day, but you could get, top 10 podcasts, figured
Yep.
out, and the names of the podcasters for parenting. And you absolutely could do the same thing. Top 10, but we're not talking about the top 10 at first, because you're trying to go for people that have like 1,000 followers right now and are hustling hard and trying to create content. So there are thousands of these people. But the point is, if you go on YouTube, if you go on the podcast network, if you look on any of the social platforms, if you look at the authors that are out
Hmm.
there who are writing books, there are so many people talking about parenting and every other subject on the face of the earth. One of the most important parts about this exercise, Curtis,
Hmm.
is
Yep.
that you do know, is that it forces you to get to know who are the players in the industry. If you don't know who the players are in the industry, then dude, you're holding yourself back. Like, you need to know who you're going after. Like, who are
Yep.
the top 100 people you want to interview, and then who are the people you want to interview tomorrow? Who are the people that you want to, who just, launched their show, who just got a new Kickstarter going, or
Hmm.
whatever. But if you're not an avid, engaged fan,
Yep.
how are why would you expect other people to follow you? If you're not actively
True.
engaging with the other people who are out there, and like really
They're doing it. Yeah.
supporting them and rooting for them and cheering them, and making comments on their awesome videos and their reels, and there's like a big part of this is being more active in the parenting community.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So basically, just on YouTube to build it up.
That's where you want to start,
Yep.
right? But again, between long form videos, live streams, and all the short form stuff, I mean, let me just go look for a second. Right? If you go to YouTube and you just type in parenting, right? It's just like, okay, there's a TED Talk, The Single Most Important Strategy by Becky Kennedy, 2 years ago, 3.1 million views. Then there all
Oh
these
wow.
shorts. What is gentle parenting? 3 tips for modern parenting. Um, a discipline guide for young kids from some guy, right? I remember. Do you remember the person who was saying that if you're a guy giving advice on parenting, nobody's going to listen to you? Like, several weeks ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you remember that? It was somebody making comment on
Yeah. I
on
do.
the channel. Well, like, so far, the top 5 videos on shorts I'm seeing on parenting with the most views are oh, they're actually, I might be wrong. It might be women have more views, but I mean, again, we're seeing 2.4 million views on some, like, just normal looking guy with a trimmed beard and a baseball hat. You know what I mean? And if I go to show more, it's like, okay, best parenting style, how to develop with overly strict parents, mom's unique approach to teaching a little boy how to pee. Right? Uh, anyway, there's just like all these people creating a shit ton of parenting content, and
Yeah.
some of them might be like one video that they have that's about parenting that may or may not be worth you interviewing them. If they said one thing about parenting one time and it happened to go viral or whatever, do you want to
Yep.
interview that? I don't know. But that's an example of a video to do a Stitch video around,
Yep. Yeah, the shorts are
right?
easy to do. Yeah.
Have you done any more of those Stitch videos?
No, I've been doing other stuff, so I wasn't really thinking about that this week.
Okay, well, dude, let me
I was
like,
back to doing something else, right? So
well, you had said that the Stitch videos were doing the
yeah, they do.
best for you.
Yep.
So do them every day, dude.
Okay.
Like,
At
what the
least one,
heck?
yeah.
Like I say lovingly, slap you upside the head. Like, dude, if the Stitch videos are working, then do 5 Stitch videos a day.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't screw around with all the other stuff. Do 5 Stitch
Okay.
videos a day and do them based on parenting videos that are blowing up on YouTube.
Yep.
And figure
Yeah,
out
there's
who
quite
the
a few
people
there,
are
yeah.
that you want to interview and interview them.
Yep.
Like, that's it. So you're doing great in
This
that you
formula, yeah.
reached out, you got some interviews scheduled, you're moving forward. But I need you to stay focused on doing the right things in the right environment. Otherwise, you're just drifting off into like distractibility land. It's not helping you move forward fast enough.
Right.
Stay focused on interviewing people on YouTube.
Okay.
Build your YouTube. Do collaborations and a form. It's a easy form to do that will probably ultimately be much less effective than doing real collaborations. But a form of collaborations is the Stitch videos.
Yep.
Okay. It's going to give you fresh content. It's going to give you some new stuff. It's not going to just be the same you with the same background doing the same thing every day, right?
Yep.
And yeah, I would definitely recommend that. The other thing, Curtis, that
Mm-hmm.
I would encourage you to do, I don't know if it's feasible for you or not,
What's that?
but if you're going to create like a response video to somebody else's parenting video, right? Then have you thought about watching, like going outside, watching the video from your phone, and then recording your response
No, I never thought about that, yeah.
while you're walking around, rather than always being sitting in the same room with the same background or the same green screen? Yeah, I noticed that for a lot of your parenting videos, you just kind of have that orangey yellow thing
Yep.
going. And most of my videos I record from right here.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just giving you other ways of changing it up that
Yeah.
might add a little flair to what you're doing.
Okay. Yep.
I like doing videos from outside, but often I'm doing a longer form video where either we're doing an interview like this,
Yep. Yeah,
or
it's different.
I'm doing like a hypnosis session where I'm monologuing for a while and I don't want
Yep.
cars driving by and this kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing a Stitch video
It's
and
different.
you
Yeah, you can
don't
do
want
wherever,
them
yeah.
to be boring, like you
Yeah.
could do one at work, you could do one in your
Yep.
car, you could do one outside the library, you could do one, like walking through the aisles in the grocery store,
Yep.
right?
As you're walking, like two reactions, yeah.
Totally, totally.
Perfect.
So,
Good idea.
but I would really encourage you to do some Stitch videos based on parenting videos or videos related to parenting in some way. Like,
Yep.
if somebody takes a video of their kid doing some really stupid thing and
Yep.
like it goes viral, you could make a video about how, like, whether or not, like, how uncool it is for the parent to publish that video in the first place. Or you could do a
Right.
video, would you ever let your kid do this?
Yep.
This is ridiculous. Or what I mean, you can do all sorts of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or how would you have handled the situation as a parent? Because this parent clearly screwed it up, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, I would recommend that you give that a shot. But the real key is, dude, if you said the Stitch videos were working, so do
Yep.
Stitch videos literally every day.
Yep.
Do them
Yep.
for a month. Like, double down if something's working. Don't just
Okay.
leave it by the wayside.
Okay.
Really, really. So this is session number 12, and we skipped 1 week in there, and so I think we've been
Yeah.
going for 13 weeks. Over the 13 weeks, where do you personally feel like you've made the most progress? Number one. And then number two, where do you feel like you're currently struggling the most to get more traction and move forward faster, right?
Yep.
Or maybe it's something else. But yeah, so where have you progressed the most in your own observation? And where are you stuck or still stuck? Where do you need the most support?
The most progress I would say just being more consistent with the YouTube rather than flip-flopping. 'Cause I have a tendency to do that because, oh, hey, I'll try this, I'll try this, I'll jump around a little bit. But I found the more consistency with it. I did get a few more subscribers through this process. I found more so than if I did nothing, right? So obviously, the level of consistency of doing stuff on the channel every day, every week, whatever it may be, it does help. I did change it from hardworking parents to parent s- support circle, which is pretty good. That seems to be more responsive towards people. They seem to be like, "Oh, hey, what's this?" type thing. They're more like
Right,
into it. I found more than the hardworking parent aspect I was doing. I found that my production of getting the videos done is a bit better. I'm instead of just shooting it once, I'm actually, hey, I can actually edit these things and add stuff that I never thought about before. Like I never thought about doing B-roll because I'm using vidIQ. I can do that sort of stuff. It gives me suggestions that I've been following. So it feels like my quality of videos is going up. They're not perfect, but the quality has gone up quite a bit, I feel, rather than just live or just me sitting here doing whatever, right?
right.
But some of the struggles would be like, getting the interviews, like you said, and then just trying to get over those little hurdles without you prodding me so much. That was my most struggles is that I need more prodding for certain things because obviously it's a fear factor or whatever it may be, or some like insecurity perhaps that I have with something with myself. So I thank you for prodding me to get over those humps, but sometimes you just need those little things, right? Sometimes you just can't do it on
Well,
your own. And
let's be more specific.
yeah,
Be more specific. Like, what is it that you currently? So one of the tricks is with the things that we resist. There are
yeah,
multiple levels of resistance, and the
yeah.
there's the lowest level is where we are able to see we're resisting something and willpower ourselves to just do it anyway, right? But then there's the
Yep.
thing that we see that we're resisting something or holding ourselves back or being fearful, right?
Yep.
And we all do this stuff all day, every single day,
Hmm.
dude.
Yep.
Every
Oh
single
yeah.
human. All right. Um, and so you're resisting something, you're avoiding something, but you don't do anything about it. You
Yep.
don't, and then you see that you don't do anything about it, and then you feel guilty and bad
Hmm.
about the fact that you're able to spot it,
But they're not doing
but
anything.
you don't have the what? The guts, the fortitude, the willpower, the discipline, whatever
Yep.
word you want to say. You don't have the stuff
Yeah.
in order to do the thing, and then that makes us feel worse about ourselves,
Hmm.
right? And so, but then there are the majority of things which we don't even realize we're resisting.
Yep.
Completely unaware. Our conscious mind is it's like a cloud, it's a fog. We're confused. We're thinking about other stuff, whatever be it. And so these are the things that are real tricky because that's where you start doing those things and your life completely changes, right? But
Hmm.
you can't see them. You can't spot them. That's the
Yep.
challenge. So what is one of the things or more than one if you have more than one example
Yep.
that you currently are able to see that you are resisting, that you're holding yourself back on, that you feel that you need extra prodding around right now?
I'd say just the interview thing, just a little more encouragement to get it done type thing. And then, like you say, you gave suggestions, which helps. So this week I'll do those suggestions because sometimes I don't think, oh, I just do it this way and it worked, but there's other ways of doing something that I may
There's a
not have
million.
thought about.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't
Right.
think about everything, and like sometimes you don't have that intuitive, oh, hey, if I try this or try that, maybe that work. But the suggestions always work too, right? So then I'll try those. But the most difficult thing I would say, just maybe believing in myself that I can be successful at this, perhaps, is probably the biggest hurdle. Because sometimes, like I'm scared to be successful. I won't be able to do other things that I want to do. Right? Like, I don't know. It's just a weird thought process that maybe I'll be too successful. I won't be able to handle it, or maybe it's be too much or whatever. Who knows? Like, we think of weird things in our head about things that are non-existent, but even though they may never happen, our head just
Right.
spins around and stupid shit, and it's like, what the hell am I thinking? And I try to catch myself, but sometimes it just, I don't know, flies off the handle. Like, what the hell's wrong with me? you know, because you think
Right.
about it, right? Because I meditate and stuff. Sometimes these things come up. It's like, why am I thinking like that? I don't like try to get rid of it, but yeah, that's probably the biggest
So
thing.
so number one is I would say don't try to get rid of it.
Okay.
Okay, because if you're meditating or maybe you wake up from a dream,
Yep.
whatever, or you just notice yourself thinking about something while you're in the middle of some other mindless activity or something like that,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
um, that stuff's coming up for a reason.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and so you're right. We have all of this resistance around essentially change.
Yep.
Okay, and that's why we develop these routines, and they feel fairly safe, and a certain
Yep.
standard of living, and a certain type of job or work, or a certain type of business, a certain way of relating to people. We
Yep.
all develop a certain personality that we generally use when we're out and about in public, and all these ways of doing things. But when um, the prospect of a significant change comes up in one's life,
Yep.
even if it's a super positive one, guess what? There
What?
is a whole bunch of other bullshit you're going to have to deal with.
Yep.
Just like there's a bunch of stuff you have to deal with now,
Mm-hmm.
but some of it might be different, and you
Yeah.
probably won't know how to deal with it at first. That's
Yep.
true. Dude,
Yep.
if you make $1 million in 2026, it's going to be
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah,
And
it's
you're going
great.
to have a massive pile of shit to deal with that you've never had to deal with before.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure. New
You have
problems.
no idea. Like, it's a pain in the
Yeah.
ass. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of that money is going to go right out the door paying for how to deal with that money. Like,
Yep.
that's the deal. And so, it's the reason that most people that win the lottery die broke. They
Mm-hmm.
spend it all because they don't know how to handle it. They want to go back into the
Routine of
situation
the
where
old
they
life. Yeah.
are comfortable and they know how to operate right in their
Yep.
routine.
Yep.
So those fears are real, and you can't get rid of them.
Okay.
What you can do
Cope with them.
is embrace them,
Yep.
right? And so I'm glad you brought this up, because this is going to be so. I want to
Good to
share
know
with
some stuff.
you. Of have I taught you anything about subconscious communication and subconscious journaling?
No,
Okay.
I don't think you have.
Do you
Is that the thing you were
have
talking
a
about?
journal, like a journal or a notebook?
Yeah, I have a notebook I use regularly. Yeah.
Okay, great. So what I would recommend is that soon get yourself a dedicated notebook, and get like a slightly nicer one than you would normally
Mm-hmm.
get. Like, get a
Yep.
journal, right? Maybe
Yep.
something hardcover. But for now, just open your notebook up to a new page, like flip the page over.
Yep.
And I'm going to teach you the first step in opening a direct door of communication with your subconscious.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're going to be able to ask your subconscious questions
Okay.
and learn things about yourself, and find solutions that you may have remained blind to your whole life
Mm-hmm.
otherwise.
Okay.
It's very cool. I learned this process 7 or 8 years ago,
Oh
and
wow.
it's been transformative for me. And I teach it to a lot of my clients.
Oh nice.
And I learned it from my counselor, and so and it's very, very powerful, and it's almost like having a crystal ball.
Okay.
Okay, like, if you think about this a little bit, like having a crystal ball and being able to get answers that you
Yep.
can't otherwise possibly have access to. All right.
Okay.
So here's how this works. First is, you, Curtis, you here and now, 2025 Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
That's your ego. That's you.
Yep.
It's who you think of as yourself.
Yep.
It's your personality. It's your memories of your life so far. It's,
Mm-hmm.
the things you think you're good at and the things you think you suck at, all this stuff wrapped up into one little package called Curtis. That's your
Yep.
conscious mind. Okay. That's the part of you that thinks it's in control, but we both know it's not the part that's
Nope.
actually pulling the string, right? Like,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
so your subconscious mind has access to many more and much greater perspectives. All right. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're experiencing resistance, if you're holding yourself back, if you experience that fear, that's the subconscious at play.
Yep.
Okay. And so the question is why? Why is your subconscious holding you back from this or that?
Right.
Right. And we all have these things, whether we're trying to make more money and grow our business, whether we're trying to lose weight and get in shape, whether we're trying to be
Mm-hmm.
a better partner, to attract an ideal partner, whether we're trying to be a better parent, whether we're, whatever it is. And we all have resistance around certain things, and can't, sometimes it's difficult to figure out why this is and what we can do about it.
Yep.
So what you and at first this can be challenging. So it's very okay if this is challenging. All right. Or
Okay.
you might find that you're really good at this. So check it out. What you do is with your dominant hand,
Mm-hmm.
you write from your conscious mind. So are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Great. So Curtis Leung 2025 is going to write from his right hand. All right. And what you're going to do is you're going to write down some questions, and I'll give them to you, and then
Yeah.
you're going to respond from your subconscious with your left hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Most people find that very difficult at first,
Yep.
right? Just the fine motor skills, if nothing else, unless you're ambidextrous or have trained yourself, to write with your non-dominant hand.
Yep.
Most people find it takes you have to go super slow. You have to do it with a lot of intention. Otherwise, you can't even read your own handwriting in some cases,
Yeah.
right? So,
Mhm.
okay. So I'm going to give you the three questions, right?
All
And
right.
I can repeat them as many times as you need me to, right?
Okay.
So the first question is, dear subconscious,
Yep.
I want to have a deeper relationship with you. Would you like to have a deeper relationship with me?
With you. And was the other part?
Would you like
Deep.
to have a deeper relationship with me?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the next question
Okay.
is what would you like me to call you? Or what would you like to be called?
Okay.
And then the final question is, how have I been treating you?
Okay.
Okay. And so step one is to um, write one of these questions down with your dominant hand and then
Yep.
respond with your non-dominant hand as much or as little as you can with
Okay.
whatever comes through.
All
All right.
right. That's with
So you do
hands.
that
Yeah.
with each one of those questions.
Okay. Do that now.
Well, I think you should do that maybe in between now and next week.
Okay, I can do that. I got them
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
so
Because you could very well sit down for 40 and spend 45 minutes doing this
yeah.
exercise, like,
Yeah, okay.
very
All
easily,
right. Yep.
right?
Okay. I'll leave that
Do
separately.
not worry if it's difficult or hard or weird or hard to write or slow to write or like all of those things are
Just working on
fine,
it.
right?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Just work it out and see what comes through.
Okay.
Um, and this is a really cool way that you can begin over time to enter into a dialogue, a written dialogue with your subconscious mind and find out why it's holding you back from things
Mhm.
and what how you can get your subconscious goals clear and what your subconscious wants so you can get aligned with your conscious mind to move forward
Yep.
in a way that you are genuinely fully aligned instead of trying to push yourself to do something that feels like
Right.
it's against what you're actually trying to
Right.
what you're actually trying to be, right?
Oh,
And so
okay.
when you have that friction, when you have that resistance, this is usually why.
Okay.
Okay, because your subconscious is like, dude, no, that's not the direction we're going. And s- you can't really just bully your subconscious into doing whatever you want it to do.
Okay. Yeah.
That's not how this works, right?
Right.
What we're actually trying to do is discover what you really want with all of your being and then move forward in an ease instead of just like
Okay.
gritting and grinding and forcing yourself to do the stuff that you don't really want to, right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
It
So,
does. Yep.
you know,
Yep.
I mean, I guess maybe we won't do a hypnosis session today because I mean,
Okay.
this is a this is a big piece, and we should certainly have at least one more session next week, and who
Sure.
knows what we'll do
Okay.
from there. Maybe we'll do more,
Yep.
maybe we won't. I don't know. But
Yep.
I did want to just open this window to subconscious journaling for you, and
Okay.
um, of course we can talk about it more later or whatever. But it's a very very
Yep.
powerful way to discover why you're holding yourself back
Right.
and how you can get out of that
Sort of.
trap and start moving
Right.
forward with greater ease.
Yep.
Right. Do you have any questions about that or anything we've talked about today or so far in our 12-week hypnotic experience here?
Just the questions I got. That's good. I think when you make up points that I've mentioned at work, I sometimes like they fade away from my memory a little bit. So I'm glad that you remember them. So that's awesome. Some of the tips are always good. I think that a reminder every once in a while helps me anyway. So it's good to know that. And then yeah, it's been a little difficult here and there, but that's just part of the growth process, I feel.
It's
So
all
I think
difficulty.
I've grown.
I mean, that's the thing. Difficulty is part of life. It's just
Yeah,
kind of yeah.
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
things get rolling really, really great, and sometimes it's more of a slog.
yeah.
Um, what? So you're gonna keep doing two
YouTube, yep.
interviews a week. You're gonna do Stitch videos. How many Stitch
Yep.
videos are you gonna do per week?
As many as I can find that I like. Usually, you got to find them first, right? So,
Dude,
and then you
no,
can
no,
add it.
no, 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 no. That's such a bullshit goal.
Yeah,
Dude,
I don't know. Oh, just like a
there
specific
are
goal.
way more videos in the world than you could ever possibly in your life
Yep.
do Stitch videos to cover. Okay, so
Oh yeah.
like that is a total cop out goal. As many as
Okay.
you can find. You can find hundreds of thousands of videos that you could do a Stitch video about around and relate it back to parenting.
Yep.
Millions. Okay, so that's not a goal. How many are you going to do?
I'm gonna do five a day.
5 a day. Awesome. I mean, is that possible for you? Well, or at least 5 videos a day. But like, how many Stitch videos
Well,
specifically are
Stitch
you going to
videos
do?
are less than a minute. Like I'm going to do, I can
I don't
easily
know.
do them at
I'm
any
not sure how.
point in the day. They're easy
Yeah,
to do. You just look at the video and you like, do reactions towards it. So I probably do like five a day, easy. I'm guessing. That's my
great,
goal is to hit
awesome.
five and then see
Do
what
it.
happens after that. Maybe more or maybe less. I don't know.
Great, awesome. I love it. All right, do 5 a day, man. Do 5 a day for the rest of October.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, that would be great. And and then you're going to do the interviews. And of
Yep.
course, you can always slice and dice your interviews to create video content as well. Curtis, I do want to just make one other point because I've
Okay.
just recently remembered this. It's a
Okay. What's
silly
that?
point, but it's, I think, very valid and very important. So earlier in today's episode, we were talking about YouTube, and I clicked over to YouTube on a separate tab and was looking
Yep.
up parenting videos.
Yep.
And I was like, I haven't directly posted to YouTube in a long time. Usually, like
Mhm.
right now, I'm live streaming to YouTube.
Yep.
And when I take these live streams and I run them through a clipping service and add subtitles and all that kind of stuff, that's auto posting to YouTube for me.
Yep.
But
That's right.
I'm like, when's the last time I used the YouTube interface to actually post? I was like, it's been years probably.
Yep.
And so I clicked on the create button inside YouTube from my
Yep.
laptop. And what I discovered was that you can upload a video.
Mhm.
That's one option. The second option is you can go live.
Yep.
And the third option is that you can actually make a post on YouTube.
Yep.
I was like, oh, what is this make a post? Right? And so I clicked on that and I see that I can do a written post on YouTube and I can put an image on there. I can do an
Mhm.
image poll, so I can ask a question with an image. I
Yep.
can do a text poll, right? I can actually put up a quiz, and or I can add an existing YouTube video. Okay? So here's why this is
New
important.
feature. Yeah.
Well, I don't know that it's a new feature, but it's a feature. Okay? Maybe it's new, maybe it's not. I mean, that's not the point. The point is that I've been playing around more on TikTok recently, and of course, I'm following a bunch of people that talk about how to grow on TikTok. And the one message that I keep on hearing over and over and over again, though it changes over time, is
Mhm.
use the new features,
Yep.
use the new posting features, post 3 to 5 times a day, and use the new posting features. And every time a new posting feature goes out, all the micro influencers are like, blah, blah, blah,
Yep.
click all these buttons and then use this feature, right? And at first I was annoyed by
Yep.
this. I was like, who are all these idiots saying the same thing, right? And then I realized, oh, of course, TikTok is going to reward people for using their new features by feeding that into the algorithm while it's still new and fresh and whatever.
Yep.
And so whatever platform you're using, as whatever platform you're primarily trying to grow on, you're trying to grow primarily on YouTube, is I would encourage you
Yep.
not just to post multiple times a day, but I would encourage you to regularly do all the different types of posts and all the different variations of types of posts that you possibly can.
Okay.
Like, do an image post one day, do an image poll one day, do a text poll one day, do a quiz one day, and then
Uh-huh.
when you're making these posts, you can make a text post based on a video you already did and add a video to it, and that's in addition to going live and in addition to uploading videos. It's just like use the tools that are available on a regular basis so you can get good at using them and so that you can see yourself what YouTube or whatever platform you're using is going to reward you for, because you don't really know, right? You don't really know until you
Right.
see it. So I encourage you to be more curious about
Yep.
in this case, the YouTube platform, and play with all the different posting related tools on a regular basis and see where you can go with it, because
Yep.
I really think that will it'll help you create a much wider variant of the amount of content that you can create, you know uh,
Okay. Yep. Yeah,
yeah.
I see that. Okay.
So way to
Okay.
go on getting these interviews going. Definitely get your 10 questions
Yep.
lined up. And
Okay.
what one last point that I want to give you here, Curtis, before we go,
Sure.
because
What's up?
this popped in my mind about half an hour ago while we were talking. I didn't say it. So I think this would be great for you. So you and I both know that there are tons of questions that parents,
Yep.
in particular new parents, are going to ask. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm just going to simplify this by saying I'm going to go to good old fashioned ChatGPT, and I'm going to ask
Yeah.
ChatGPT what are the top 100 most commonly asked questions by new parents. Okay, so now in seconds, we are going to have roughly the top 100 most commonly asked questions by new parents. All right. And of
Yep.
course, using more sophisticated SEO related tools, or by going and actually looking inside Reddit and places like this, you'll actually see the real questions, right? But this is certainly a way to get started. In front of me, I have 100 questions. I'm going to give you just a few examples. Okay. How often should I feed my newborn? How do I know if my baby is too hot or too cold? How do I swaddle
Yep.
properly? Is it safe to co-sleep with my baby? How can I get my baby to sleep for longer stretches? What should I do about nap schedules? There's a whole bunch of questions about feeding, breastfeeding, formula, solids. There's a whole bunch of questions about diapers. How often should I change my baby's diaper?
Yep.
Okay. When should I start potty training? What temperature is considered a fever for a baby? Why is my baby crying so much? How do I bond with my baby? How do I take care of myself while taking care of my baby? Anyway, you get the point, right? These are all good questions.
Yep.
I think I asked all these types of questions, or my ex-wife asked all these types of questions as we were raising our two kids, and they're all real questions. I mean, and so if each video you make, and
Yep.
this is a different strategy from the stitching thing, right? And I double down on stitching. I'm in full support of that. But if a short
Yep.
just addresses one of these core questions, okay? What I thought
Mm-hmm.
about is if in your longer interviews you're asking these questions, right?
Yeah.
Every time you ask them, you're going to get different answers, right? And you're
Yep.
asking questions during your interviews that are searched questions. They're kind of like already pre-SEO keyword loaded, right? It's all built in.
Yep.
So because they're just the real questions that people are asking. So if in your interviews you ask questions, and then in your short videos, if you answer one question, whether you're
Uh-huh.
answering it or whether you're asking that question and your interviewee is answering it, it's still you creating a short answering one question. You see what I'm saying? And this
Yep.
gives you content that people want. You already know they want it.
Right.
And it pairs it with
Yeah.
the fact that
Asking those
people want
questions. Yeah.
short attention span videos right now that are 30 seconds or less. Everybody wants that crap.
Yep.
It's annoying, but it's true. And it's a way of turning your longer interviews into shorts real easy.
Yep.
By pre-planning those questions, not based on your questions, but based on the questions that parents are asking. And
Mm-hmm.
so
That's actually good content
it's an
idea. Yeah.
amazing content idea, and it's really simple. And for a subject like
Yep.
parenting, you will never in a million years have a shortage of questions. And if every time you do a video, you say and or write at the bottom of the video, got a parenting question, ask it in the comments below and we'll answer it in a future video. Okay? Boom.
Yep.
Now, anytime you have a video that takes off and starts getting a response, soon you're going to get a new fresh batch of questions coming in the long term on that video. So it really simplifies the whole process, right? Like
Yep.
I just asked ChatGPT the top 100 questions. It just gave them to me, and they were all awesome. Not a shocker, but this sets you
Right.
up where you now can answer questions both as an authority yourself, as a parent yourself, and you can ask those questions on behalf of the parenting community and then over time from your real audience as they're asking you real questions below all your videos. So
Yep.
I think that's going to help you to create much more compelling content that people actually want to hear rather
Yeah.
than you trying to come up with the content yourself.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right. Tons of questions you can use for sure.
Super simple. Yeah. So cool, man. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your
Cool.
interviews and all your Stitch videos this week, and
All
just
right.
see where
Yep.
you can start creating some content with whatever the type of content is that you're creating, where you just answer one of those questions, like
Right.
question of the day,
It should
boom,
help. Yep.
and see
Yep.
where you can go with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that should help
Yeah.
you get cooking. Awesome, Curtis. Well, thank you again, as always,
All
for
right. See ya.
joining us for the Get You Done show.
Yeah.
Is that
Thanks.
your daughter?
Yeah, he's waving.
Cool. Couldn't see. Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
being here, man. As always, really great doing
Thank you for coming.
all these episodes with you, and I guess we'll definitely
Perfect.
come back for session 13 next week.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good to
Rock and
me.
roll.
All right, Talman.
All
Have a good
right,
day.
you too.
Take
Enjoy
care.
the fam. All right.